Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of College and Career Pathways. College and Career Pathways provides you with information on various colleges and universities, financial aid resources, training programs, technical schools, and skilled trade professions, all designed to help you make the best career decisions possible. My name is Tony Curitan, and today I'd like to share a few tips on how much time you will need to study in college. So, college students that were academically successful in high school without spending much time studying outside of class are often surprised in their freshman year of college. However, now that you are in college, you should understand that the rules of the game have changed. Today, I'd like to share a few tips to ensure your college success by letting you know how many hours you need to study. So, you may have heard that for every hour spent in a college class, you need or are expected to spend 2 hours outside of class studying. But have you taken the time to figure out exactly how many hours this totals for you personally each week? Are you aware of the amount of time and effort necessary to succeed in college, regardless of how easy it appears for others? You may be surprised to find that although you feel like you're studying all the time, students often underestimate the time and the study strategies it takes to learn college level material. So, estimating how many hours you need to study depends on several factors, including the complexity of the subject, your current understanding of the subject, your study goals, and your time available. Here's a guide to help you estimate the number of hours you might need to study. Number one, make sure you know your course requirements. Review the syllabus. Understand the scope of the course. Look at the number of assignments. How much will you need to read for this class? How many exams do you need to take? And how many projects will you need to complete? Assess credit hours. Most courses are designed with a recommended study to class ratio. The general guideline is that for every hour in class, you should spend about 2 to 3 hours studying outside of class. So, for a 3-credit course, plan for a 6 to 9 hour study time each week per class. So, here's the formula. You take class credit and you multiply that by study to class ratio, and that will equal the number of hours of study that you'll need each week per class. For example, if your class is worth 3 credit hours, you multiply that times 2 to 3 hours of class to study ratio hours, and that will give you a total of 6 to 9 hours that you will need to study each week per class. Now take the total number of classes that you're enrolled in for the semester and add the total number of credits for each class. Next, multiply that total by the study ratio hours, which will give you the total amount of hours you'll need to study each week for that semester. So if you have a full-time class schedule, which is approximately 12 credit hours, which is approximately about 4 classes, and you add up the credit hours for each class being worth 3 credits. So 3 times 4 is 12. And then you take that 12 and multiply it by the study to class ratio hour of 2 to 3. And that will give you a total of 24 to 36. So again, based on a full-time course load of 12 credits, you should study 24 to 36 hours a week if you want to truly be successful in your college classes. Number 2, you need to evaluate your understanding. Pre-assess your knowledge. If you're familiar with some material, you may need less time to study. For new or difficult subjects, plan for more time to study and do your best. Identify weak areas. Focus more time on the topics that you find challenging or that require more practice. You should also set clear study goals. Break down your task, split your study sessions by task. In other words, chapters to read, problems to solve, concepts to memorize. Estimate time per task, and then based on your pace, estimate how long it takes you to complete similar tasks. For example, reading a chapter might take you 1 to 2 hours, while solving math problems might take a little longer. Number 4, your time management techniques. You should study in focused bunches of blocks, say 25 minutes each block, followed by a 5-minute break. This helps you to maintain productivity and avoid burnout. Create a class schedule, plan study time, all across your available time, which helps you to balance your work, your school, and your personal commitments. Number 5, you need to adjust as you go. Track your progress. Keep track of how much time you spend on each subject and adjust your schedule accordingly. If you find a topic takes longer to study for than expected, increase the time allocated. Also, be realistic. Don't overestimate what you can do in one session. It's better to study consistently in shorter periods than to cram. So, your key takeaways. There's no need to get discouraged or become a perfectionist about new study schedules. Instead, the goal is to become aware of how much time it's going to take you so that you'll be successful in college. If it seems overwhelming or unrealistic to add this many hours to your study schedule, you do have some options. One option is to consider taking few credits. Believe it or not, college is it's not a race. It's better to go a little slower and get better grades than to take a bunch of classes, feel and become overwhelmed in them, and get lower grades. If you work, try to keep your work hours to less than 20 to 25 hours per week. And of course, you're going to have to make a sacrifice and reduce your leisure time and your extracurricular activities. Well, friends, that is my time for today. I hope this information helps you plan for your college future. If you'd like more information like this, make sure you click on the survey link below and make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Again, my name is Toni Cureton, and I will see you next time on College and Career Pathways.